My name is Otto Achille Sylvester Bomesi. You are however welcome to my page. I'm an author of several kinds of books. I'm the author of Molecular Economy in this book that is here. My name is written there, Molecular Economy, of which I'm going to talk much about molecular economy, specifically on the national moral index. I'm also the joint author of Key to the Unknown, the book I authored alongside my twin brother. Key to the Unknown, you can see the title there. Twin Silver Bosco's Obomense, that was the name we were using at the time. Where we talk about the chemical reaction theory of the formation of the world. That the world was neither formed by creation, neither was it formed by evolution, nor by energies, but by simple chemical reaction. This theory is the best, however, but we have not had the opportunity to propagate it. So right now, I'm going to be talking on some basic concepts, the national moral index, which I, however, wrote in this very book, National Moral Index, because I've had the opportunity to at least to publish this book many years ago, and I had to at least republish specifically the National Moral Index of many countries. We studied several countries were studied right here. And then the basis of the study was to evaluate which country is better morally upright. And we have our identities, which we isolate in the course of studying so many countries. For countries to be morally upright, of course, the country must satisfy five basic identities, moral identities. And these identities are one, preservation of the sanctity of life. Remember that the highest moral value, irrespective of our differences, irrespective of our beliefs and value, irrespective of what you believe, what you hold in the highest esteem or in the lowest esteem, someone's life must not be taken. So that amounts to the highest moral value, and it is called at least by 50%. So whether you belong to religious A or B or whatever, irrespective of what you think is right or whatever, you must not take another person's life. So countries that behave, that have high regards for life, of course, we always call a higher percentage, and that percentage is at least 50%. We also had the preservation of the sanctity of marriage between man and woman. I mean several kinds of marriages. Oh, the marriage between man and woman is held in the highest esteem under the study. Of course, you can see the layout right here. The marriage between man and woman is held in the highest esteem because that is the oldest form of marriage. And having looked at various circumstances, we decided to ascribe that 30%. Now, the third one is no to lesbian, gay, and transgender rights. When you say no to lesbian, gay, and transgender rights, countries that perpetuate or allow or legalize lesbian, gay, and transgender rights, however, will score low. You must score at least a reasonable percentage. From A to C, they carry the highest weight. Then D to E, D is percentage general acceptance of the value system and belief system, while E is the validity of philosophical concept, beliefs, and values. We have high regards from A to C, which defines the fact that one, the preservation of the sanctity of life. Now, the preservation of the sanctity of the marriage system between man and woman, then no to lesbian, gay, and transgender right. Now, let me explain. No matter the difference, no matter the arguments, no matter the situation, no matter your beliefs, no matter what you are lying to, no matter the circumstances, you do not have any right to take anybody's life. Countries that perpetuate, either in the name of religion or otherwise, or in the name of law, taking people's life, that amounts to the highest. That amounts, when you take somebody's life, you have violated the highest moral value. Of course, countries will always, in their laws, they will say, okay, because someone did this or did that, capital punishment or whatever. It's still the same thing. The criminal that goes out there to kill and steal and man has taken life, and you that also, either by law, by judiciary, or whatever, you've also taken life. So countries that have upheld, that have high regard for life, we score at least 50% in that regard. Then, having said that, no, the preservation of the marriage system between man and woman, we have seen various forms of marriage, but the one that is held to a high esteem is those that align with the marriage of man and woman. Because when you look at all the biological structures, both plants and animals, they are endowed with male and female characteristics, dear brother, dear sister. Look at plants, they have both male and female characteristics. The male characteristic has to fertilize the female. Even in the animal kingdom, the male will have to climb the female to fertilize it. It has never been a situation, oh, whereby same sex or whatever things like that. No, it doesn't happen that way. Even where you have hermaphrodites, they possess both male and female characteristics. And in that regard, the male still has to fertilize the female. So the marriage of man and woman is held in a higher percentage, up to the level of 30%. Now, then, the marriage often, when you say no to lesbian, gay, and transgender rights, of course, we feel we are evolving, like we are developing, or however, things like that. We have seen so many countries that have not queued to the line. Oh, they've legalized lesbian, gay, and transgender rights, the LGBT rights, that in as much as whether you are male or the cello is your right. But every right has limitation. You are free to choose your sex partner, whether it's the same sex or whatever things like that. This has never been. Now, any person, any country doing this, of course, is called law under this theory, under this national moral index. Why do the author, myself, what do we have against this no to, lesbian, gay, and transgender right? Having looked at the words in its entirety, well, having looked at the word in its entirety, at least one have studied that everything on planet Earth, the biological system, they have both male and female. Even the non-living things, they have the negative and the positive. There has never been, like in physics, they say, like pose repairs, unlike pose attract. These are natural phenomena. Humanity cannot change what has been, however, just as they are trying to do right here, right now. Humanity wants to change what has been as against what is? No. So, in that regard, that's why we are saying that those that uphold the marriage between man and woman and say no to lesbian, gay, and transgender rights, of course, we score high on national moral index. And to that end, you discover that even in animal sexuality, the lions, the female lioness would mate with male lioness. The tiger are the same. All other animals, they are the same. So why would man think that they are now wiser than nature? And to that end, they believe that same-sex marriage or same-sex sexuality is the best, violating the core values of our forefathers, a rape on the value system, a rape on morality. And to that end, many countries were, however, studied, at least while having regards to one, the preservation and the sanctity of life. Some countries uphold the preservation and sanctity of life, and some other countries do not uphold the preservation and sanctity of life. And under the study, you discover that countries like Syria, especially those countries that are always killing people, fighting, it's called low. Countries like United States, countries like Canada, of course, Canada, United States, they uphold the preservation and sanctity of life. But on the aspect of saying no to lesbian, gay, and transgender right, they have legalized all this system that however brought in that. They also scored low on the ladder. So I am going to, when you go to my Facebook, you will see at least the 2023 National Moral Index. What is here right here is the 2022 and 2016 National Moral Index study. This is 2016 National Moral Index. They are the countries that were studied, however. So that is the essence of this study. Now, it is always good. Sometimes we feel we are advanced, however, but our advancement shows that we are stupid. I need you, however, to at least share this video. You need to share this video. You need to also comment or whatever, things like that. Now, look at this issue right here, right now. Now, the first thing, especially those in Africa, what we were taught or what the impression we heard and some of the advice we got from our Western brothers was that, oh, the polygamy is a wrong concept. Or monogamy is the rating. But since the presence of monogamy, the rate and divorce and separation, the destruction in families, the harm it has done to the children in family is enormous. We've never heard the high divorce rate in Africa has gone so high, however. Can you imagine that? Africans were able to sever. They were able to manage their polygamy and they were aware for it. Now, they have not just moved from polygamy to monogamy as it is right now. They are also advising us that we should move from monogamy to what? To lesbian, gay, and transgender right, and even bestiality, sleeping with animals. I pity humanity. The core values of our forefather has been jettisoned, has been buried in the dustbin of history. This is a rape on humanity. This is a rape on tradition. I don't know what do you mean by right. Every right has limitation. Every right, there is limitation to every right, however. If you say that every right must be imposed, then we should legalize even trans animals' right, whereby the animal genome and human genome will be brought together. For instance, we say that the genome of a lion or tiger should be consummated with the genome of humans, so that in the overall end, we'll have tiger human orientation, tiger human product, offspring at the end of the day. This tiger human offspring will be superior to the human race. You know why? Because one, the intelligence of man will be there, the ferociousness and the strength and everything about the tiger will be there. In the very end, they will wipe out the tiger and the human race because we'll become inferior to them. It's not every right we must uphold. The core values of our forefather has been jettisoned in the name of civilization. I don't call it civilization. We are only just being stupid. It shows that we are not even civilized. In the name of lesbian, gay, and transgender, they are even saying, okay, you discover that some of the Americans right now, or perhaps mostly the Western people, they limited their birth rate. They no longer give birth. And what this implies that in few numbers of years, of course, many races will go into extinction. The white race, they have embraced this very concept, will go into extinction. People populating Europe and America are largely foreigners, Arabs, Africans, Hispanics. They are the ones populating them. But the core whites, they have resorted to what? Oh, they get married, they no child, they adopt someone to be their child or things like that. Or sometimes they can go into, oh, lesbian, gay, and transgender, whatever, things like that. What kind of values are you creating that a man will change to a woman? You want to try nature, that's what you feel. Okay, transgender, right? You cannot change everything about the human system, the male system to woman and human to male system. I want to tell you that we are destroying humanity. Our intelligence will rob us. Our intelligence will get to a state that will destroy humanity by ourselves. This is a violation of the core values of our forefathers. You don't preach to us. We don't need those kind of preaching. We don't need those kind of preaching from anybody from the West or from whatever things like that, from the Western world. We believe in the way we have been. We can grow, we can develop, we can be ourselves, we can be the most developed people or races in the world. Don't tell us all kind of rubbish. That's one. You brought even foreign religions to us. Ridicule us. Brought foreign religions. Religions that have not taught us lesbian, gay, and transgender rights. Religions that have brought two what? Two heads in a home. At the end of the day, you look at the after effect of this situation and circumstances. Of course, the effect of every action taken is seen, however, yes, for you to say, okay, this action is the best, this action is worse. Those days, African man could marry as many wives as possible. They were able to live together. You told us we oppressed them, but they had a happy union. Even now, when you marry, even a man is made polygamous by nature. A man produces how many? 60 to 120 millions of sperm cells he won't ejaculate. It's only a woman that is monogamous that could release one egg in a monthly cycle, meaning that a man can populate, can fertilize millions of women at the same time. It's the nature of man. But you now want to change nature into what is not nature. Oh, the man must be monogamous. Has he heard? What has he got? Destruction of families. The values are no longer there. Parent, of course, right now what we have in the whole wide world now is that, of course, feminism drive or things like that. There's no union of family. Is we get to a stage whereby women will go to their own world, men will have their own world. Since what you have given us is that, oh, what man has been doing over the year, he has offended the female, or the male. We don't need all those kind of preaching, dear brother. We'll be so deceived a lot. Africans have been so deceived. We need to grow. We need to do the right thing. Don't preach to us. Don't give us any religion. We had our belief. We had our tradition. We had everything. We should grow. This is the harm that has been done to us. And today, you are telling us that, oh, bestiality, that we can even sleep with animals. We can sleep with animals and be fine. You show us the various kind of homes where people sleep with animals, all kinds of animals. What a world. If that's the case, what's the essence of the criminal justice system? What is the law? The human being should just operate like animals. You do what you like, nothing should regulate your conduct. A man should sleep with the mother, the sisters, the daughters. Then woman should sleep with the brothers or whatever, the father, or things like that. There should be no anything incest. But you have forgotten that all of these things, they all have their own medical implication. When you sleep with closer ones under cytogenetics, the recessive trait, however, will not be expressed. Certain recessive traits that may be expressed as disease condition will come out in full expression. That was the reason why people were not sleeping. People were not marrying closer ones, however. So, what harm have you done to us with the legalization of lesbian, gay, and transgender rights? Oh, by or telling us, oh, what could have been or what? Now, all our actions, rights, legal laws, they are subject matter of moralities. Morality is the judge of law. Morality is the judge of religion. Morality is the judge of everything. But the judge of everything is time. Time is the magic judge of all things on planet Earth. Trust me. If the LGBT right that is being propagated right now, right here, if it is right, if it is actually right, and the cessation of human reproduction, or that we should stop reproducing as is being propagated in the Western world, of course, in a record time, whites will go into extinctions. Whites will go into extinction. It's foreigners that will take over their land. That's what it means. Time is the greatest judge. If you feel you are wise, the wisest man is always judged with time. Time is the greatest judge of all things. Morality is the judge of legal law, which is a subject matter of ethics. Ethics will teach us what what could have been and what is. What ought to be, not what is. Because what is right now is always wrong. I need you. I'll come again. Please, I need you. Share this video to many persons as possible. If you can, I need you to comment on this video. And if you want to get my books, yes, you can DM me. You can also check me out on the TikTok, my TikTok page. I have my Facebook account. You can send me a message. I'll, of course, you can reach me through my email and every other thing. If you want copies of my books, this book talks about molecular economy. Yes, that is where you have this national moral index, where so many countries were studied in 2016. So I'm already working on the 2023 National Moral Index, so which will be released soon. It will be released on the internet to at least to express and classify countries that fall very low and very high on the National Moral Index study. And I told you the basic identity that defines whether you are morally right or not is one, the preservation and the sanctity of life. Two, the preservation of the marriage between man and woman. Three, no to lesbian, gay, and transgender right. Thank you for being with me truly, everyone. Please, thank you for joining. I've got so many books. I'm an author of several books. I need you to either groups, organizations, or whatever things like that. If you're interested in my books, please reach out to me. Reach out to me. You can also reach out to me on this number um, plus 234 80 3700 1471 plus 234 80 3700 1471. Then a second number is plus 234 90 6586 7964. You can also reach me through my email account. Those numbers I gave you there are my WhatsApp numbers. You can reach me through my email account, obumeseahiri at gmail.com. You can also reach me on my TikTok account, Ahiri Sylvester Obumese. You can reach me on my Facebook account, Ahiri Obumese. Thank you, dearest everyone. Please don't forget to share this video. Share this video to as many as possible. The world, the world is going ablaze with some conduct and behavior. And we need to chase those very misbehavior out. And I know these developed countries, especially the United States, if they were not practicing these things and they are highly against it, let's say Africans were the one practicing it, they would have waged a war against them. They would have waged a war. But unfortunately, it's the United States, Europe, then some few African countries, South Africa, some few Asian countries as well that are practicing it. What world? You need to change, dear brother, because this is not the way the world started. You can't tell us what is wrong and you say what is wrong is right. You don't have any right to tell us that. Don't tell us what is wrong. So thank you so much and God bless.